Hey everyone, my name's Shane, also known as Crypto is Key, and I want to talk to you a little bit about Exodus, which is a wallet exchange for holding your cryptocurrency. It has a built-in portfolio and it uses the Shapeshift exchange, which is actually built inside the app. And just a quick brief history. I'm definitely very new to cryptocurrency and the whole blockchain world. So, a lot of this I'm learning every day, and so this is probably targeted more towards new users. But what I can tell you is that when you first start being involved with cryptocurrency and you buy your first Bitcoin, there's a couple of things. Firstly, you're pretty scared about losing it. So, your first mission is to find somewhere where you can store your Bitcoins or any cryptocurrency. And, this can be a major mission. I mean, there's so many wallets out there, desktop, mobile, that are available, that it's really hard to know which one to choose. And like I've written in the description, I've tried many, I've tested many, and a lot of it comes down to personal preference. Admittedly, that's the way it works. But there are some wallets that are just a step ahead of the rest. And I believe that Exodus is like this. And there's those certain things that when you first use it or you open it, you can just see that there's been an extra amount of work put into it. You can just see the attention to detail, and that's what I believe separates one product from another. And I believe that Exodus is just it really has had time and effort put into it, and not just that, but it's continuing. They released it in 2015 in the summer, but it's had an update every 2 weeks. And they're going to continue doing this. And I mean, there's not many apps that do that. And I think that's one of the major important factors of Exodus is the continual updates and always continually trying to improve it. So when you first open it, you can see, I mean, just by the built-in portfolio, which is beautiful. I mean, you can see what your worth is in US dollars as well, and the exchange with Shapeshift built in. I mean, that's just, it's a perfect workflow for when you're exchanging currencies or when you're sending money out, sending, currency out to another exchange, or, receiving currencies. It's got beautiful little noises that just sort of make you feel good when you receive any currency. And, it's got a nice way of showing your transactions, and it's even got skins. I mean, come on, you can even customize it with, it's got, its own built-in skins, which they're adding more all the time. Now, this is a desktop application, and it's like you don't see stock traders working on mobile that much. I mean, they're building Exodus to gear it towards developers being able to create blockchain assets like plugins, and there's even talk about creating like a marketplace. So their intentions are to get the desktop at 100% first, and then build the mobile applications to be like an extension of the desktop. Okay, so now I know a lot of other wallets have got both, but they're not rushing into this. So they're taking their time and they're getting it right, and that's what I can see. That's why I'm getting in on the ground floor with this application, because I love the way it works already, and the plans that they have for it in the future is just incredible. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you some of the things that I find will be helpful to new users, and just to show you how clean and easy it is to use this app. So let's take a look at Exodus. Okay, so I just want to show you a couple of things just to help you out around Exodus. Now, when you first install it, you'll be asked to make a backup, and what you want to do is you want to send it. It can be a couple of cents or whatever, just to allow you to back that up. And once you back it up, make sure that you back it up with an email as well. And with anything crypto these days, make sure that you back up your seed, your key, private keys, onto something that's offline and that's off your computer. In other words, write it down in a book, keep it away. Believe me, it's worth it. There's too much value these days in cryptocurrencies, and you want to make sure it's safe because it is your future. So just I want to stress that. So get that done, and then once you've done that, I always like to change. I'm really funny about apps. I feel better when something looks nice. So if you come down to settings, I'm going to click on Aurora. That's a new one, which I really dig, and then come back to portfolio. So just a couple of little things you can see down here. It shows you what your current worth is in each currency. You can actually just click on this and it will show you the actual denomination for that currency. Now if you come up to the left on here, you can see that it says US dollars. You can actually click on that and it will revert to Bitcoin. Okay, so it shows you that as well. Now under wallet, you can see I've got some recent transactions. If you want to see anything in detail, just click on it and it will expand it out. Sending is very simple. Bitcoin address or a QR code. You can either send in Bitcoins or you can change that to US dollars. So that helps a lot. Receiving, there's your address. You can print it, you can copy it and paste it, you can scan it, do whatever you want. It's very simple. Now the exchange, this is very quick, and it will depend on what currency that you're actually exchanging, and obviously where you're sending it to or receiving or whatever, but in general it's very quick. For example, let's have a look. What have I got? I've got Bitcoin here. So what I'll do is I'll put in one just in here, and I'm actually gonna do it to Dash, okay, and then click on exchange. So like I said, it will depend on what currency you're actually exchanging, and that will depend on the speed that it gets transferred, and there's a lot of variables to why it could take a little bit longer or why it could be quicker, but this, that one went through pretty quick. So, and that's that. All right, so that's basically it. That's all I wanted to show you. Just if you do have any issues with the program, or you have any suggestions, which Daniel and JP are always open to suggestions. I've been helping them out, so, and they've taken into consideration what I've said and added a couple of things. So these guys are really true creative developers that want to make sure that they create something that is special, and that's what they're doing, and that's why I'm with them. So on this, so you can come down to help, and you can just email them directly from here, and that one email will go to both of them. So and they'll help you pretty quick. They're pretty fast in response. And you've also in here you've got just a few general questions and answers or whatever, Q&A about Exodus. So you can always revert to this for some things, but you can always contact me too if you want any further information. Like I said in the intro video, I'm pretty new to crypto, so I'm still learning a lot, but I love this journey. So anyway, enjoy Exodus.